Embark number 7, the blue pain oil. And I want to tell the story about one of my diamonds that had a very big operation last year. She was diagnosed with a tumor. Thank you, it was non-cancerous, and it was sitting here. And it was on the outside of her organs, thank goodness, and it was linked, a piece of was linked to her aorta, another part was attached to her lung, and the back side was attached to her spinal cord. She's a very tiny girl, and the doctor said it's the first time that he could not do the surgery cutting someone open from the front and opening because he would physically break her. So I want to tell the story, and I want to teach all of you the amazing pain management protocol that I was honored enough to design because of this brave patient of mine that had to go through this surgery. And although she took all the medication and we gave her injections and she got drips, the pain of the nerves reconnecting was so bad that it emotionally broke her. And eventually I had to say to myself, I have to help this person. They can't give her more medication for the pain. There's nothing they can do for her. What can I do as a holistic therapist to help her to handle the pain? The first thing that I'm going to share with you is how I concocted the blue pain oil. I combined it with castor oil, and I started packing her on a daily basis to help her to alleviate the pain and the inflammation that she experienced post that op. This blue pain oil, Embark number 7, just earned my respect during that time. Because after everything that we've tried, this provided her that final relief that she could go through. So if you look at the blue pain oil, it's an amazing, beautiful blue color, and blue is very calming and blue is very relaxing. And this is the oil that I have taken and concocted for inflammation, pain, stiffness, sore muscles, aching muscles. If your body is always tense, if you struggle to compose yourself. So julle, hierdie is D-pit op steroids met 'n bietjie Prozac gemeng. So dit is CTFD met D-pit in een. And this amazing oil helped me to realize that we can actually manage pain and inflammation in a way that it doesn't have to go to the intense route of medicating oneself. So I want to show you on my puppy what exactly she went through and what we had to do to help her. So the doctor did her surgery, and he went in on the back side between her 2 ribs. So she had cuts that were located there. And her cuts and her wounds healed quite nicely and quickly, and wound care was given to her. But the pain of those nerves connecting drove her out of her mind. So what I did was I took the blue pain oil, number 7, and I made it for her in a roller in the concentrated version. And I said to her, even if you have to do it every 10 minutes, just get the lady in your house or your friend or the nurse or whoever to roll this on if I wasn't there. So I'm going to apply it on the doll, and I want you to imagine that there were cuts there. So obviously she had plasters on, so it was protected. So we rolled or applied the blue pain oil concentrated on this area where she felt the pain. And then there's an Afrikaans word called verwyste pain or referred pain. And I also applied it wherever else she felt the pain went to, because the fascia and the nerves had to reconnect. So that pain was all over the show. She couldn't even tell me at that point of time where it was sitting. I then went and I said to her, right, we are now going to make you a castor oil pack. So I took a lappy and I said, that is the area of the pain. That's where the pain is the worst. And I took my organische cotton lappy and I cut it into a size that I knew would fit comfortably on that area where the doctor had cut her and where the operation took place. So I did a little bit of a different mix. I took the oil, the blue pain oil as is in the concentrate, and I constantly told her to apply it. But when I made her pack, I mixed. So I took the castor oil neat, and I soaked her lappy. What I did was I then decided to pack or castor oil pack her in a different way. So where you would usually take your castor oil and soak, I soaked it for her, and then I took a lot of the blue pine oil. So if this is a 30 ml, I then took half of the blue pine oil, Embark number 7, Compose, and I then mixed the two together. And I soaked her lappy in it, because remember, you don't have to throw your lappy away after every time. Jy deel mos nie jou lappy nie, jy's mos nie 'n los lappy nie, dis mos jou lappy. So you keep your lappy there in your badkamer or in the fridge, because remember, pain relief can go two ways. Pain relief can be in a cold method. Coldness can relieve pain for some people, and heat can relieve pain for people. So it depends who you are working with. So again, I've got oil on my hand, so I would take the oil on my hand and I would massage my patient, and I would massage her body everywhere where she felt the pain. And remember, the Aldi application technique loves the spine, loves the under the feet application, loves the application of the navel, and then of course wherever the pain would be. I would then take the lappy and I would then apply it on the area of her wound and where the pain was. And then I would rub that oil all over where she needed it. I even rubbed it on her neck. I rubbed it on her scalp. Because remember, a patient in pain is a moeilike patient. And they struggle to compose themselves and they don't have any geduld. And Florence Nightingale has to calm down that patient. I then took the big castor oil pack. And I will show this to you all on the Real Humans as well. But I want you, especially if you're a nurse, a caregiver, a caretaker, a mother, someone who takes care of others, really use this Aldi pain protocol, because I can guarantee you it works like a bomb, because I saw it with my own eyes with that patient in the hospital. You are then going to take your castor oil pack and you are going to apply it in such a way that it is comfortable. So I remember we put it over her shoulder because she was tiny, and we brought it around. And I gave her quite a firm pressure with a nice comfortable heat, and she would then go and rest, and I would look after her. And I left that pack there for as long as I could, until she would say to me, okay, she's uncomfortable or she wants to move. So sometimes she would have her pack on for 90 minutes, 3 times a day. But when that pack would be on her, there would be pain relief, and she would be comfortable, and she had relief. And isn't that all we want at the end of the day? So again, when you know someone you love, or you're a nurse, or someone's getting an operation, or someone sprained themselves, or someone hurt themselves, this castor oil packing technique using the Aldi Blue Pain Oil will work like a bomb. It will give pain relief the safe way. You can even use it on your babies and your children. It will help to just calm that body, help that muscle spasms to release, and it's going to go into the skin, and it's going to help with the wound care, it's going to help with the inflammation, and it's going to help even with that nerve pain. So try this trick and keep everyone else in the house, including yourself, 10 years younger.